Legolas, what do your elf eyes see? Do you remember this, Adam?
On the same note as this, did you play the Lego game?
The Lego game?
The Lego Lord of the Rings game?
Yeah.
There was a red, not a red brick, but they had the Mithril bricks.
Yeah, is that what Mithril
They had a song where they remixed Gandalf, and it was like, "You shall not pass." Like, it's so difficult to think when that's.
The reason I've kept it on, Adam, is because I think the second verse, the beat drop is phenomenal.
Go on then, yeah, I'm ready. Oh. Oh.
It's sick.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We are busting in the studio.
We are. I much desire to speak to him.
The best thing about it, right, is that the second you have listened to this, now you can only hear in the film. Literally, the biggest reaction it got when we went and saw it was when he went, "They're taking the hobbits to Isengard." People went,
Yeah.
like, there's a couple of little giggles and nudges. Like,
The only other thing that got a laugh that big was like, nobody tosses a dwarf.
oh, yeah. I just thought, yeah, well, I mean,
We'll get into it. We're talking about Lord of the Rings this week, if you can't tell.
we haven't even done any music. Yeah. Cue music.
Hello, and welcome to Moving Up Podcast with your host, Adam Barlow.
And me, Alfie Walker.
It's episode 21.
Yes, we are feeling frazzled, hot, but we do have a good episode ahead of us. Last week's was a bit random, if we're honest. But this week we have, me and Adam watched the extended edition of the 3 Lord of the Rings films in the cinema, on the big screen, at the Odeon, in the recliners. What an experience. So we're going to be talking about that. What else are we going to talk about, Adam?
We're going to be talking about the new Pixar film, Inside Out 2, the sequel to the 2015 modern-day classic, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's people's favourite. It's up there with, like, Frozen is regarded as one of those, isn't it? I think Inside Out's the same.
Yeah. Definitely one of Pixar's strongest. So it was bold of them to try and do a sequel, but I will share my thoughts on that in a bit. You've also seen the first episode of
House of the Dragon, yeah. So season 2 is just started on Monday, Sunday evening. And I've watched the first episode titled Sun for a Son. And I'm going to do a quick little review of that. Not much to say since there's only one episode, but yeah.
Nice. But as we've recently started doing, should we start with some headlines?
Some Moop news, yes.
Moop news.
Moop news.
We should do, considering we're journalism students, this could be really produced up. We should do a little news jingle and then go,
Dun, 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 dun.
you're listening to
Moop
Moop
News.
News. It's 10 o'clock. Here are the headlines. Sir Ian McKellen has had a fall.
Gandalf the Grey fell off the stage in London. I think he's fine, but
Yeah.
it was a big thing. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, he's fallen off the stage!" I saw it everywhere, but he is apparently all fine and just suffered a sprained wrist, I believe.
Nice. Shall we read his tweet that you
Yeah.
said? I would do an impression, but
I don't know how. Yeah.
I want to thank everyone for their kind messages and support. Since the accident during a performance of Players King last night, my injuries have been diagnosed and treated by a series of experts, specialists and nurses working for the National Health Service.
He would not vote Tory by the sound of that message.
To them, of course, I am hugely indebted. They have assured me that my recovery will be complete and speedy, and I'm looking forward to returning to work. There we go.
Staying on Sir Ian McKellen, he has said that he would be happy to appear as Gandalf in the Hunt for Gollum film, with one caveat: if I'm still alive, I quote, which is quite depressing. I
Yeah.
think he's like 84, 86, something like that. So he's not the youngest guy. He's always been old.
He's not.
isn't
He's
he?
not so much a spring chicken. He's in his
not,
golden
no,
years
no,
now.
He's
you know.
golden years, yeah. But I think he has to be back. We could potentially talk about Hunt for Gollum in a little bit when we talk about Lord of the Rings. But yeah, hopefully
Is
he
Andy
returns to
Serkis
that.
directing that one?
He is,
Yeah.
and Peter Jackson is exec producer, that kind of thing.
I think that could be cool. I don't know. Do we need to see more Gollum? I'm just worried with that video game that was just absolutely slandered last year.
So from what remember, like when they did The Hobbit, they turned a 500-page book into 3 films. This is 1 page.
Right. Good.
They're turning it into a film, so it'll be interesting to see where they go. But
I mean, I suppose there's 2 sides to that. Obviously, you can have The Hobbit where it's just meandering and you don't know what's going on, or you could have it where you've got a lot of creative license and you can kind of do whatever you
yeah,
do whatever you
totally.
want with that. So,
There's a hell of a lot of room to do flashbacks, flash forwards, even.
yeah.
Viggo Mortensen said, hasn't he? Like, I'd come back for Aragorn, but I'm a bit old to play it. So you could do him as King of Gondor in the future, doing the flashbacks to Hunt for Gollum, and like sort of. I think you could extend it a bit. Andy Serkis films that he's directed. The only one I've seen is Venom 2.
Yeah.
And but he's got the Peter Jackson, Fran Walsh, and Philippa Boyens, who are the 3 who did Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So I'm pretty confident.
As long as they give themselves enough time to do it, I think it will be fun. Also, did you see, of course, I'm glad people thought to do it, but it was also a bit insensitive, if I'm honest, but they put the Gandalf, fly you fools, with him falling off the bridge.
Very good.
So, made me laugh. Jurassic World cast, you found this.
Yes.
The Jurassic World forecast has been confirmed.
Yeah, so this one's going to be directed by Gareth Edwards.
Yep.
Which we've said before is quite exciting because the stuff we've seen of his is good. The confirmed cast, it started filming this week, I believe.
Oh,
Got
wow.
Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey,
Nice.
Manuel Garcia Rolfo, I don't know him, sorry. Michelle Ali, Rupert Friend, Luna Blaze, and David Ianco. I don't know a couple of those. Let's just pick up the big ones there. Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey, Michelle Ali, and Rupert Friend. Those are the ones that I recognise. I'm quite excited for this film.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. I don't know when it's set or anything. Yeah, it's always a weird one returning to that franchise, I think, because Jurassic Park's like my favourite film. I know you share the same opinion. I don't know. Steven Spielberg, I don't know if he's interested in it, but if he's an executive producer or something, that'd be helpful, I think.
It's weird because the Jurassic Park franchise it's got one great film
Yeah.
and then a couple of decent films and then potentially 2 not good at all films. Definitely, I'd say the final Jurassic World isn't very good.
I will defend that. I think Dominion's my favourite of the.
No way,
yeah.
really? Okay,
I don't
that's
know
interesting.
why.
I think it may, because my brother's got the same sort of opinion. My brother really likes it, but I think it may just have the like some people love Rise of Skywalker just for the nostalgia effect. I think that may be a similar thing, but I'd say that it's got one great film and then quite a few subpar films. So it's interesting. It's also been labelled Jurassic World 4. It's not Jurassic World 4. It's Jurassic. We don't know
Right.
the next word is. So
What could it be? Jurassic Planet.
yeah, probably Planet Kingdom.
Jurassic Galaxy.
Jurassic Solar System. Jurassic Universe.
Imagine it's like a time travel film and they go back. Oh dear. Don't give them ideas.
Don't give them ideas. Yeah, Gareth Edwards.
Gareth, please don't.
What else have we got on the news there?
Should we talk again? We said we won't talk about the Acolyte unless something major happens. But my God, the Twitter discourse of this film is dreadful.
I don't
Sorry,
see
of the show.
any good thing about this. Like, as in, I'm seeing no positive comments
Yeah,
at all.
I see Grace Randolph and that's it.
Yeah, she's like, I love it, I love it. Everyone else, every comment, right? So there's a coffee brand called Grind.
Right.
I've got a coffee machine from them, and so I follow their social media, and they've partnered up with Disney, and on their light blend coffee they've got a blue lightsaber, on their dark blend coffee they've got a red saber.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Every single comment on that post is what the fuck is this? This show's dreadful. This show is awful. Why are you doing this brand deal? This show's so awful. Blah, blah, blah. Like, every single comment. People are hating this show so much.
Just have a bit of fun with it. Like, it's a lightsaber on a coffee pod. What's not to like?
People take Star Wars too seriously. You've said this before, but yeah, wow.
Yeah. The discourse, I mean, this week...
Episode 4 is apparently
Spoilers for episode 4. We've not seen it, but Ki-Adi-Mundi's in it. Apparently, they've retconned his age or something.
Yeah, Plo Koon is supposedly in it as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
Good.
No Yoda.
That's quite
yet.
cool, though.
I love that. I think that makes sense. I mean, Ki-Adi-Mundi's different, I guess, but then Star Wars is full of retcon. George Lucas notoriously has retconned his own films multiple times by going in there and editing it out. Like, you shot first? He changed that like 4 times. Like, I just don't get it. Like, retconning a species' age is minor in my opinion. So that Ki-Adi-Mundi, we love that Conehead guy.
You're right.
Droid attack on the Wookiees.
I don't know if you saw the other thing that people are up in arms about in true Twitter fashion. There's a bit where Osha asks another character what their pronouns are, and they go, "Is he or they with us?" And people have just clipped that up, and they're like, "This is outrageous." I'm like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like, we already found out it's Solo. I mean, again, I remember people not being a fan of this anyway, but we found out that Lando Calrissian was pansexual and like slept with droids or something. So it's always been a bit. It's always a quirky franchise. You can't tell me that all these aliens are just, they're fluid.
Reforming to your gender norms. Yeah, like I don't want to be woke here, guys, but like this is about aliens. Like, come on.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Just let them. I think, to be fair, it's presumptuous for her to have even started the sentence with he.
Yeah.
They should have always just gone they, because who knows, aliens might be able to, I don't know, maybe they don't even have any gender, I don't know. Anyway.
Lesbian witches, I'm done with Star Wars.
Dear me. It really, honestly, people have, just watch the show.
Man.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually irritating. In fact, no, don't watch the show. If you're not enjoying it, just switch it off.
Switch it off, yeah.
Don't carry on watching it to critique every segment of it. It's no fun for anyone.
Have you seen they've review bombed everything on IMDb called Acolyte? So they're even stuff that isn't Star Wars related.
Not even related.
Acolyte. Yeah, it's been review bombed. That's how you know you're
brilliant.
You haven't got people who are like genuine criticism. That's how you know they are just being like.
I like the idea of people being like, "Oh, I hate this Acolyte film from 2007.
Yeah,
how dare it call itself after the Star Wars show?"
So stupid.
Other news we've got. This is something I'm not too well versed in, but Richard Osman's book series, which is called like the Thursday Murder Club, I think, he's churned them out quicker than David Walliams does.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how he does it. Although he's very intelligent, Richard Osman, isn't he? So
he has big hands as well, so he might be able to hold more pens.
yeah, that'll be it. He's actually writing 6 books at once. Richard Osman, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on the podcast.
He has a podcast. Do you listen to that?
No, but it's been recommended.
Clips. I've seen clips of it, and it's quite interesting.
Okay, it's about entertainment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about like TV production,
TV film podcast.
Production.
I don't think I'd
Where's
like
the
that.
niche?
Yeah. Don't think I'd ever make one of them.
But the cast for that is pretty damn good. It's got Jonathan Pryce in. I can't remember. David Tennant. Yeah, it's got some good British actors there, so that's quite interesting.
Yeah. Have you read the books?
No. I haven't read since I left like my previous job to come to uni. Because uni work is just like
it's a real shame. I really do like reading. I've never been like a fast or very I've never like found a book series that I love, if I'm honest. But there's been like the odd book that will just really really interest me. Like I love an autobiography.
Any particular actors' autobiographies that you really like?
Well, I read a little bit of Michael Caine's Blowing the Bloody Doors Off, but if I'm honest, I thought it was a load of trash. I don't think I'd ever read another page of that again.
Brian Butterfield's business book is definitely
that's great.
The Bible, I'd say.
Yes.
If I got to go to court, I'd have to swear on the Butterfield business plan.
Yeah. And then trying to like rotate it around and be like, "Do you swear?" Yes, I swear.
I swear.
I swear to tell the truth to the best of my knowledge. If he can't see me, I can't see her. So yeah, there we go. Richard Osman's books being adapted into a show for Netflix. I think that is.
Yeah, it's for Netflix.
Then this one,
James Bond. Aaron Taylor Johnson cast again as James Bond.
Aaron Taylor Johnson cast again in the same role he's already done, but not done.
But not done because they didn't cast him.
Yeah, so apparently the shortlist again. Who the heck comes up with these lists? There's apparently like Bookie's favourite. Who's in a Ladbrokes? Look at the 4 actors and be like, "Now, guys, I really."
Yeah, you've got England
Really
versus
thinking.
Serbia playing, and they're like,
Yeah.
"I want to bet on Richard Madden becoming Bond."
Right. Oh, I really think that it might be James Gunn. Yes, the actor and the director. He will be cast as James Bond, and he'll direct it himself. No.
The current shortlist is supposedly Aaron Taylor Johnson,
Yep.
Henry Cavill, Taron
Edgerton.
Edgerton, and Theo James.
Yeah. So should we go through them and give our thoughts?
Yes.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, like 10 out of 10 choice. He's not too old, but at the rate they make Bond films now, he will be old by the time we get to his 3rd film.
Yeah, but then I don't know. Maybe
Roger Moore was like
just
60.
give him one film. Like just let him
That's not a bad idea.
just
Quite
one or
like-
two, because Timothy Dalton smashed it with his.
Yeah, Brosnan only did 4, I think.
Yeah.
George Lazenby did 1. Timothy Dalton did 2. Roger Moore did the most. I think Roger
He
Moore
did like 7 or 8.
Yeah, but he was like 60 when he was doing Bond. Same with Connery.
Yes, Matt.
Connery
Like,
came back, and I think Connery was like mid-60s. Like,
So you could easily do like 4 or 5 with Henry Cavill.
I think he is
Easily.
a sick choice for it, though.
Yeah, totally. My only worry is, and it's annoying that this is a factor with the Bond castings, but if people have done stuff that's too similar, so the fact that he did like, what was that, The Man with Uncle? Or
Yeah,
something?
man. The same with Aaron Taylor Johnson with Bullet Train. He's just got that. There's something about it, isn't it? It's quite
Yeah.
similar, but yeah. And Aaron Taylor Johnson, we've already said millions of times on this podcast, that is a great choice.
Yep.
He is a little smarmy looking though, so
Yeah.
potentially.
I do like him. I think he could be like in a suit and like with his hair slicked back, like in Bullet Train at the start of that film.
I don't know if I'd want him to have a posh English accent like he's got normally.
Would you like
or
him to
whether
be
he'd
like
a bit more
a bit of a rougher Bond?
Cockney-ish like he
Yeah.
does in Bullet Train?
I suppose they tried to do that with. Well, they started out with Daniel Craig a bit like that.
Yeah, and he lost it by the end, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to see. I mean, people have been saying they'd love to see a period piece Bond film, like taking back to the 60s and stuff.
I
That'd
think
be
that's
pretty
quite
cool.
a nice idea, yeah.
Yeah, like if
Because they
Nolan
need to do
directed
something
it,
different, don't they? Because you've had Brosnan and Craig, and they've been the same kind of Bond, in that it's quite real, especially with Craig. So, like, where do they go now? I think period piece is a nice idea. 60s Bond, maybe older. They've killed off Daniel Craig. Spoilers for Writings on the Wall. What the fuck is that film called? No Time to Die.
Yeah.
But I think that's not a bad shout. People also saying like, let's go back to comedy Bond. Also interesting.
Yeah, possibly. I think with the Bond franchise, it's difficult. I think you need to be wary just about, like, to the same extent, what film you do, but then also how long you leave between the Bonds
Yeah.
and also between each film, because it really is. Certainly with Brosnan, especially, you kind of saw the tech upgrade with his iteration and things like that. But I think it would be good to switch it up, like you say, and maybe set it further back or just do something different with it.
I really like the idea of a 60s piece.
Yeah.
Really like that. I think that's a really cool idea. Because now, theoretically, that James Bond is dead. Like, they can just go anywhere with it. And I think if they're going to do anything, that would be a nice take. What year did Casino Royale come out? Sorry. Because, what year did No Time to Die come out? That was 2021, 2022. And Casino Royale was 2006. So, yeah, he's only got 4 films. Yeah.
5.
5? Oh, Spectre.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. It's not a bad ratio, to be honest. But yeah, they just seem to be...
I think 2 great ones, 2 ones, and then one that was like
Go on.
divisive, I suppose.
What's your 2 great ones?
Casino Royale and Skyfall.
Skyfall's phenomenal, yeah.
Yeah.
Skyfall's the best Bond film. And then...
I don't think I've actually seen Quantum of Solace. It's one that like is always on the TV, and I'll flick on, watch like 30 minutes, and be like, yeah, it's good.
Because it's
Switch
the
off.
one people regard as bad, I guess it's probably the cheapest to put on TV.
Plagued by production issues.
Yeah,
I remember
writer
reading about it a
strikes,
while ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig literally wrote the script for it on set, that one.
Daniel Craig himself. Wow.
Yeah. How mad.
Mental.
Anyway.
Sorry, the other point I was going to make about the Bond franchise is also now we've got like Mission Impossible, we've got the Kingsman films, and there's a lot of spy franchises, like we've got the Bourne franchise
Even
that
John
happens.
Wick as well.
John Wick, yeah. There's a lot that's similar, and now you've got a lot of competition, so I don't know how you differentiate yourself, especially if you then bring in Henry Cavill or Taron Egerton, who's already done a similar role. It's just going to muddy it, and people are going to be like, okay.
You're right with that,
What's
actually. All three of them, as in Cavill, Johnson and Egerton, they've all done a spy kind of film before, which is essentially their audition for it, isn't it? But you're right in that it might become a little confusing.
And then the final one, we've not spoke too much about him, but Theo James, I've only watched the first episode of The Gentleman, but I thought he was very suave and very, very nice guy. I think that's probably quite a likely choice out of those four because he's
a bit more underdog-y. Yeah, I agree.
He looks great. He'd look great as Bond, I think.
Yeah. The only one I don't want is probably Taron.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think that works.
I think he's a great actor, but
I think Kingsman is actually it's actually a Bond spoof though, so it just doesn't work to have him as it. It's a straight up. This is an Austin Powers style, like his take of Bond. So I think that doesn't work. But yeah, the other three could.
It's interesting one. Jury's out on that still, and they probably will be until about 2050. So a couple other headlines, and then we'll get into some reviews. Gosling as Ghost Rider, potentially.
Yeah, this is floating about on a couple of those Marvel fanboy breaking news sites. Posts on Twitter. A really good idea, I think. I quite like it. But yeah, whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks a bit iffy just the way it's formatted, and they've also put 2 S's in his name, so take it with a pinch of salt. And then finally, Inside Out 2 has smashed some box office records here. This is just from The Guardian. They've said that the sequel to the 2015 hit opened with $155 million at the US box office, the best of the year so far, and $140 million internationally, the biggest overseas animated opening of all time.
Damn.
So that is,
blew Mario out the water because that was pretty high recently. This is cool, but I think it just means we're going to get more sequels. More sequel films, which is potentially.
Have you seen this week floating around? Sorry, this is a tangent, but a lot of videos of people taking the piss out of this this year's like release schedules.
Yeah, you sent me that.
Everything's a sequel.
Everything's
or
a sequel.
Reboot.
Yeah, literally. I think the only thing that isn't has been Challengers.
Challengers, holdovers, and everything else is like, even if it's not a sequel, it's similar. It's like it follows a through line with the director or something. Interesting one. There we go. So those are the headlines for this week.
So, Adam, I'm going to talk only briefly about the first episode of House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 1, A Son for a Son. You haven't watched Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, have you?
No. I've seen the old clip, but I think I've missed it now. I don't think I'll ever go back and watch it.
Interesting. Interesting take. You're right there, because there's a hell of a lot of stuff to watch, and you know that the ending of Thrones is bad. So, that is definitely a...
I'm not against it, because I've had, like, over the last 5 years, individual friends will come up to me and be like, oh my God, this is great. This is the greatest thing ever. You have to watch it. But yeah, it's just passed me by. I don't know if it's worth to go back, but you convinced me.
It is a great franchise kind of thing. It's not a franchise yet, is it? But the first 4 seasons of Thrones is phenomenal, like actually amazing. And then it does slowly peter down. 5 isn't great, 6 isn't great, 7 and 8 are bad. 8 is abysmally bad.
Right.
It's like, essentially every time I do a rewatch of Thrones, I skip season 7 and 8. I just don't watch it.
Yeah.
Because it's that bad, and it's a shame. But they essentially ended the show, and then now they're doing House of the Dragon, which is set, I think, like 400 years before Game of Thrones. And it's sort of documenting the Targaryen history. It's based on a book called Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. And then, we had season 1 in 2022, a 2-year gap, and now we've got season 2. So... I think it's lost a bit of its following in the 2-year gap. Apparently, viewership's down by a couple of million. So
is it? Okay.
And I mean, it makes sense because,
I sort of forgot it was a thing because
most
2022 was a weird year just for for TV, I think, because you had at the same time that Rings of Power show,
Mm.
and those for me blended together because I think they were coming out like the same weeks,
And it's going to same this year as
and
well.
they have the
Rings of
very
Power,
same
yeah.
style. So yeah, I don't know.
Weird, yeah. It's a weird choice to release them back to back because Rings of Power is coming out the end of this year as well.
Yeah,
So interesting. But
2
anyway,
years though. You're right. Is a long
long
wait for a
time.
series. Yeah.
especially when it's a series that like series 1 ends on a cliffhanger.
Mm.
Like it ends on a huge moment.
Yeah.
So it's wild.
Do you think people have just forgotten the storyline if they haven't
A
rewatched
bit,
it?
I think so
Yeah.
because it's the names are phenomenal. Like there's Aegon, Aegon, Aemond. Like they're all like that. Like
Yeah.
that's what they're like. It's so
Thought you were having a strike there. So
yeah. We got. But the actors are great. It's mainly a show that sort of it's two sides of the same family against each other. But season 2 started episode 1. It was an hour long. It was called Son for a Son, and that is sort of I mean, you can guess what happens there. People aren't too happy about it. If I'm honest, they changed the book a
Okay.
bit. Made a change that meant a different character got killed. A reason for a character getting killed was changed.
Mm.
So people aren't super happy about it, but overall episode was great. The acting's phenomenal. It's got Matt Smith in it. Rhys Ifans, who played like Lizard in Spider-Man, he's in it. He's my favourite character. We've got Emma Darcy. She's really great. Like, yeah, cast phenomenal. They're all great. The young actors are really good too. The episode was fairly slow paced, but I guess it's after a 2-year break, so you've got to set up the world again. But yeah, really interesting and quite brutal at the end. With that episode name, you can guess what happens there and what happened at the end of the previous season. But child beheading is
Oh.
in your season opening, pretty bold if you ask me.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great episode. I really enjoy it. I've got a real soft spot for the Thrones world, and I'm excited for episode 2 next week.
Nice. How does it weigh up against Game of the Thrones?
Mm.
Game of the Thrones.
Game of the Thrones.
Against the Game of the Thrones.
It's difficult because of we've only had one season, but
Yeah.
season 1 of House of the Dragon is great.
Okay.
People are like, yeah, this is Thrones level good. And season 2, it's only 8 episodes instead of 10, so people are already a bit worried that they might be running out of content, kind of thing. But season 3 has been greenlit already, so
Oh, cool.
yeah, I'm excited for it.
Can you watch it without seeing Game of Thrones?
Yeah, 100%. That's the best thing about it. They do an opening bit of text, and it says what happens in Game of Thrones, essentially, like
Oh, nice.
vaguely, and it says this is set like 400 years before Daenerys Targaryen, and then that's it. That's all you need to know. It's really good. It's a great show. Oh, I'm
Nice.
excited for it.
In a way, similar to The Acolyte in
Mm.
terms of it being a prequel series.
Yeah. The amount of TV coming out this month is phenomenal. We've got The Boys season 4 weekly dropping episodes.
Bridgerton season 3.
Yep. We've got Acolyte. We've got House of the Dragon. We've got The Bear next week.
Yeah.
There's just so much TV at the minute, and especially with, I'd say, House of the Dragon and Acolyte, those, and potentially The Boys, those are like 3 franchises that are really going against each other.
Yeah.
Like they really compete. So it'll be interesting. I think at the minute The Boys has done the best viewership wise.
Okay.
Um,
I've heard that hasn't started in the best way, that series, but I could be wrong.
so I'm only on season 3. I've been binging it. So I'm on season 3.
Which is impressive because last time we recorded last week,
I was on,
you
like,
were on episode 1.
one of season
Yeah.
1, yeah.
Mad.
But every night we've been watching about 3 episodes. So we're chugging through it. I'm really enjoying The Boys. I think it's really good. It is gory. It's very gory, but not as bad as I thought it might be. Yeah, I'm excited for all the TV coming out, and especially for House of the Dragon over the next couple of weeks.
Nice. Shall we talk the new Pixar film? So,
I have not seen this. Adam has seen it twice.
yeah, went again last night. I will say, just before I get into it, so the first time I saw it, last Friday, saw it opening day, first show I could get to. I saw it in the Everyman cinema because Jess got me free tickets. very, very happy with that. Super comfy sofas. So it was a lovely environment to watch it in. Had a great time, and I really, really loved it. I thought it was brilliant. So I'll get into reasons why in a minute. But second time I saw it, went with my mum and my youngest brother, and my gosh, it was a busy screening. It was screened through in the Odeon. So 3 rows of recliners. I think
the big one, isn't it?
all the recliners full, might I add. And a very, very busy. And I've like people of all ages as well. But the overall cinema etiquette was not there.
No?
It was one of those trips where, and it always happens with my mum, because my mum doesn't often go to the cinema. And the one time she does go, infrequent as it is, she always has a bad experience with other audience members.
This is what Josh's email was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah. So yesterday there were kids behind us, not even that young as well, but they were kicking the seat.
No.
And, vibrating our row. And we were the front row of the premiere seats. So not very front row, but second row back. Great positioning, by the way. If you're ever in Screen 3 at the Odeon Bournemouth, first row of premiere seats, great seats. But yeah, it was really ruined by these kids for mum.
No.
And they must have been like 15 years old, 16, like old enough not to do that.
Did you turn around and tell them to fuck off?
No, we didn't. We should have.
Yeah,
but my mum, instead of doing that, kind of does really obvious, like, yeah. Literally, she goes like, she turns to me and Harvey, and it's always awkward because then she makes a bit of a scene and it's like, oh, just don't do it. Like, just say something.
Just turn around and go, stop kicking my chair, little.
Yeah, you little tyke.
Yeah.
But no, instead she turned to us and went, Is your seat being kicked? My seat keeps getting kicked. Like that. Like quite loud. So
That's
definitely like
funny.
5 rows back when I heard it. But I'm like, oh, it's a 1.5 hour film. Can people not just relax and watch this film? And then down our row, again, in the premiere seats, it wasn't too busy because they're more expensive. But there are a couple people, like 2 or 3 people, I didn't get a good look at them. But there was a sort of middle-aged woman, and then I guess with our husband, I think the husband must have been like, yeah, like he was enjoying it a fair amount, and he kept like sort of laughing. There was just a sort of air of light chatter in the room, like sort of from different areas, like from the back, from the front. It was it was really distracting for the first half hour because bear in mind I'd already seen it. I knew it was a great film, and I didn't mind so much. But if that was my first time, I would have been pissed, and it would have been like, right, I need to see this again now. It was really just like not loud, but
enough
if you really listened, I was like kind of really, I had to properly focus and be like kind of kept looking to my side. But the guy who was with his wife, I presume, like I saw him take off his glasses and like wipe his eyes at the end. I was like, that's great. Like he really loved it, and I think he was probably had something going on. But
cinema etiquette has gone out the window.
Oh, hello. As is podcasting editing.
Yeah, right.
Etiquette.
There's a man upstairs drilling. We'll preface that now.
Yeah.
It might be a bit more frequent, but as I was saying, I think cinema etiquette has gone out the window.
Yeah.
Especially since like COVID. I can't remember going to the cinema before 2020, and there being.
You never went before 2020.
Yeah, I can't remember going to the cinema before 2020. When I was 21 years old, I've never been to the cinema before.
You heard all these articles in lockdown saying the cinema's closed. Hang on a minute, what's
the cinema? But yeah, I think
didn't know they're open.
Cinema etiquette has gone out the window.
Yeah.
And you saying that has made me go, right, I'll give it a week before I go see Inside Out
for
it
sure
to die down a bit.
That was our mistake, going opening week. I guess some kids are on half term, or maybe they've already finished school. Well, it's early, isn't it, for school to finish?
Yeah,
surely another 2 weeks.
They've only just had half term, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird then. I'm not sure why, but it was...
Skiving little shits.
Yeah. To be fair, it was Tuesday evening, actually, so yeah, they would have been out of school. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Anyway, I'd go for either a really late screening or a really early screening.
Yeah,
and
also definitely recliners, because then you're a bit separate from people.
Check the screen before you go. That's my PSA. Okay. But Inside Out 2, let's get back on topic, I thought was beautiful. The second I got out of the cinema when I saw it on Friday, put a little post on Instagram, as I sometimes do. I used to do full-on reviews for films. I haven't really done that as much because I'm doing it on here anyway. But I just had to share the news that it was great because it was really sweet. I'll give you a quick synopsis. Basically, it's more of the same from the first film, where you've got joy, anger, disgust, fear, and sadness in Riley's head. And I think in the first film, she's... How old is she? Like 9?
I see
Or
that.
8?
Yeah.
Something. She's a young girl, basically, and she moves house, and she has trouble fitting in and finding new friends and things like that. So it's all about that experience of moving away when you're young and trying to settle into somewhere new. In this film, she is going on sort of a weekend-long camp to learn, or like a training session, sorry, for not ice skating, ice hockey. There we go. And
Yeah, because she likes that in the first film.
yeah,
They do bring
yeah. So she's pretty good at it. Again, it's Pixar showing off that they can
Mm.
like do the sound design of the ice skating and stuff. It's great. And she finds out that 2 of her friends are no longer going to the same high school, so that kind of sends her into a bit of a spiral. Even though she's just won a championship with them, and they're a really successful team together. And then sort of overnight, the puberty alarm goes off. These workers come in, smash through her head, and smash through her metaphorical head. No one's sorry, that would be a bleak film.
They kill Riley.
Riley's dead within the first 10 minutes. And then some new emotions are there. So you've got anxiety, embarrassment. You've got ennui, which is French for boredom. Great character. I thought in the trailer she was a bit bland, but actually really funny. And who else is there? Envy by Ayo Edebiri, who, again, proves herself to be one of the most charismatic, hilarious actresses working today. I think in The Bear, as great as she is, she has to play it quite straight, I think. And I think some of her quippiness comes off as a bit bitchy,
snarky,
at times.
Yeah.
But she's hilarious. Like I don't know if you saw the clip I sent you this morning, but it's her telling the story of how her house was almost used in The Departed.
Oh wow.
But her dad was like, "Oh, you want to take my house, do you? Oh, you see a working class man, and you want to take their house and family." She tells it better than I will, but yeah, it's really funny. She's great, and only a small role, but she plays Envy, and she's
Irish
adorable.
actors, man. Damn.
Yeah,
It's so
it's
good.
the Irish. And then who else have we got in there? We've got Maya Hawke as Anxiety,
Yeah.
who is kind of an antagonist, but only so much as Joy was an antagonist in the first film.
Yeah, okay.
Whereas it's about the balance of emotions and not denying another one over some others. So it's that whole dynamic again. So in that respect, it's quite similar plot-wise. Like there's a quest through her mind, and
What
she
more
has
are they
to-
going to do? Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can't go anywhere else with it.
They are creative though. There's a few concepts in there that only Pixar could do, like the sarcasm, which is just a big chasm, and like if you shout,
Love it.
if you shout across it, then it like affects your words. So they're trying to get some help from this crane crew, to cross this gap.
and
And they're like, "We're so lucky we ran into you. We need your help." And then it goes like, "We're so lucky we ran into you."
that's great.
Yeah.
That's a really good bit.
It was good fun. And there's one of my favourite scenes. I properly cackled at it. I won't spoil it, but they go into Riley's vault of secrets, which is like just a big old maximum security prison, basically. And the main emotions get locked up because Anxiety and the new ones take over, and they basically bump into some hidden characters. And in Wreck-It Ralph, how they do the different animation, and really just. I think this is what Pixar does best, is when they do creative stuff like that. Because you've got Spider-Verse out here doing, completely new, irreverent
animations for
animation.
each
Yeah,
Spider-Man. Yeah.
they do that basically in a similar way that Wreck-It Ralph had different animations for the different video games. And I won't. Yeah, they have some fun with that, and it's great. And they take the piss out of like Disney shows. Which I thought was quite interesting, because like sort of Mickey Mouse and Dora the Explorer gets ripped apart a little bit, which was good fun. So I'll let you find that out. But yeah, really funny. And there's a bit where, again, I'm skirting around spoilers. It's only a little gag, but it was really, really funny. And there's a bit where it goes quite dark for a split second that I think would go over kids' heads. But for me, I just found it hilarious. It was really good. But overall, I thought it's a little bit slow at the start. Like it has a good opening 5 minutes with catching up the audience. I think I always forget her name. Not Leslie Knope in Parks and Rec. Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
She's brilliant. one of my favorite actresses. I think she's so charismatic and so charming. Like Joy is such a great character, and she takes the lead in this film again. I thought again with the recasts that
I was
they
just
did.
about to ask this. Do you think the recast affected it or not?
I think Disgust is better in this film.
Okay, wow, that's interesting.
Again, I've not seen the first one for a while. I didn't have time to rewatch it. But
They're not in it much anyway.
Yeah.
I'm aware. It's
Yeah.
mainly just sadness and.
I think Disgust in this film has a lot more lines and is really funny. She's great. Fear is voiced by, again, I forget his name as well, but the guy who plays Buster in Arrested Development, who also voiced Forky in Toy Story 4.
It was Bill Hader.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. But I think he does a great job because he's got that similar sort of vibe and charisma about him. Let me check the actor's name because I do forget. But
Do you think
Tony
it's
Hale.
Do you think
Tony
it's
Hale.
noticeable?
Not really, because I think the voices that they get to replace them are really on point,
Okay,
like
that's
with the
good.
character designs. So I think it works. The new emotions, Maya Hawke's fantastic. The way Anxiety is animated is phenomenal. Like really creative. Just like she's zipping around with wild ideas. I'm like, that is perfectly realized.
Yeah.
Really great. Ayo Edebiri, I've said, is just adorable. I'm not going to try and pronounce Ennui's actress because it's like really French, but she's great. Like quite deadpan and just like slopey. Like her whole character design is really floppy and
Does she have a French accent?
yeah.
That's a really
Yeah.
good bit. The fact that the word is French, she's French, and therefore
Yeah.
the actors, the in film emotion is also French.
It's
That's
good
quite
fun.
good. Yeah.
Paul Walter Hauser is embarrassment. He doesn't really have a lot of lines because he's got his hoodie always done up, and he's like ducking and hiding everywhere. But he's good fun. He's got some good visual gags. Lewis Black as Anger is brilliant as ever. He's really great. And this is a light spoiler, but June Squibb voices Nostalgia, and she has 3 or 4 lines, and every one of them melted my heart.
Is this
She's
the old lady
adorable.
from the trailer? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She's so sweet. Like, there's a bit where she just comes in the door and she's like, "Do you remember when we all moved up to headquarters?" And then Ennui's like, Zed was like, 5 minutes ago, Nostalgia. And then Nostalgia's like, "Yeah, those were the days." Like, oh, so adorable. So adorable. So, yeah, the cast is brilliant. And then, of course, it's Pixar, so you get to the last 10 minutes and they grab you by the throat and they make you tear up.
Yeah, they punch you until your tear
Yeah.
ducts well. Yeah.
Yeah. It really, really clever third act. Again, I won't spoil it because I think it's worth watching. But if you're someone who has anxiety, or if you have moments where you feel totally overwhelmed, I think the way that this is, again, people keep saying, "Oh, you went to see Inside Out 2, is it for children?" Pixar's never been for children. I will always say this, that animation is not just for young people. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
Pixar makes some of my favourite films of all time. And I think that Inside Out 2 is actually, I'd say it's more adult than some of their other stuff as well, because I think there's no like big action set piece. It's quite talky. It's quite like although it's set, and it's animated, obviously. Not that has any effect, but it's colourful and it's bright and it's got jokes. But actually, the whole thing of it being set around a teenager, you actually need to have gone through your teenage years to really get the full appreciation
Yeah, that's
of
a
it.
really good take, actually. Yeah, wow. Yeah.
So you even, I would say, like, being in your 20s is probably the best time to see it. Or like being older than that, because like the nostalgia character is really sweet, and like you can see it. Like it's probably great if you've already been through your teen years. I don't know how you'd react to it if you're about to be a teenager. I think you'd probably be like, "What's going on?" I don't think you'd understand that.
Miss it a bit potentially, yeah. Because I was thinking that with like Lenny going to see it, and obviously Lenny's only 13, 14, so he's like under that age. So potentially, yeah, that's a nice take. I've never thought about that.
I think he'd love. I think
I'm sure he'd like
enjoy
it. Yeah, for sure. But that's a really interesting take, that to get all of it, to understand it fully, you probably need to be.
Because I think
19,
I think if your brother was to see it, or if someone, because I feel like your brother's quite intelligent,
Yeah.
like just with like the humor that he has. But I think if there was someone a bit younger than Lenny who saw it, it might feel a bit weird to be confronted so bluntly about what's in your head.
Yeah,
Because I think when you're that young, you're almost like, well, no one else can relate to what I'm feeling.
Especially maybe if you're like an only child. I feel like maybe if you've got brothers and siblings and stuff.
I think if you went to it with your parents and you were sat there watching it, you'd probably be like, "Oh, this is a bit invasive."
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I think it's a really challenging watch, and I definitely cried. Well, I didn't cry, but I was definitely choked up both times as well. And actually, I was surprised by how choked up I was yesterday as well. Again, considering I had to battle the rowdy audience, but probably hit again. So second time watch it holds up, which is always a good sign. And again, I think the box office success speaks for itself. I mean, to have the biggest opening box office of all time, or however you phrase that, truly well deserved. I think it's brilliant.
Do you think it'll get a number 3?
It's already got a spin-off series coming on Disney Plus.
Has it?
Yeah. Which I think is always
a worry.
And they've done that with Monsters Union stuff, haven't they? Where the animation drops a bit, and I haven't even ventured into any of those series, but I think I might check out this Inside Out series. I'm not expecting it to be on the same level as the films, but if it's more time with those characters, I'm there for it.
My worry with that is that they don't have the actors back for the voices.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Which always feels like I wouldn't half-arse anything. Do you know?
None of them are huge, are they? Maya Hawke potentially
I think they
has
could,
a bit too much stardom on her.
I think maybe they could get people back.
Yeah, most of them aren't big actors anyway.
They could get Tony Hale for Fear. They could get... Yeah.
The only ones I'm imagining...
Amy Poehler, but I think she'd be up for it.
Yeah. It's kind of her franchise almost, isn't it? Yeah.
She's great. I think these films would be really lost without Amy Poehler. Not that they're bad otherwise at all, but I think she really does bring it together. Yeah. She's great. And Maya Hawke as Anxiety, just the character design of that character alone is inspired. I really, really dug it. It was great. Really good. I gave it a 4.5 on Letterboxd, so yeah. I didn't want to give it a 5 because I was just like, it's not like I wasn't in absolute... If I was properly in tears, like if I was broken, I'd be like 5-star.
Yeah. Pixar's good, man. We need to do an episode on Pixar.
We should. Do you know what? That's such a shout. I was going to ask you what you thought of the sort of post-lockdown stuff, because like people have been like, "Oh, Pixar's lost it." I don't think. I think Turning Red was a miss for me.
But then even before lockdown, like Good Dinosaur was a miss. And
exactly.
That was
Cars 2 and
miss. Cars 3.
Yeah.
Cars 2 a miss. Are you having a laugh?
Sorry, yeah, Cars 2.
I like Cars 2. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that's nostalgia bait entirely. Like it's just because I grew up with it. But
yeah.
I loved Cars 2 as a kid, but anyway. No, let's do an episode on Pixar. That's great.
That'd be great. I've seen all of the. I think Pixar is. I don't know if I've said on the podcast before, but I know I've spoken to you about it. How like Pixar, I did a full-on watch through of everything, like rewatch stuff I haven't seen for a while. I need to catch up again. I think I'm rusty on that one, and maybe the Toy Story franchise. I'm not too.
I've only watched WALL-E once.
Yeah.
And I've only watched Brave once.
Mm.
Kind of forget that Brave is Pixar, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
What is your top Pixar film? Let's end on that
one.
Mine is Monsters, Inc. That is.
I'm rusty on Monsters, Inc. That's another one.
Purely, I know that is purely like nostalgia because that was the first film I saw in the cinema. But Monsters, Inc. is for sure. I've watched that hundreds of times. Monsters, Inc. is my Pixar film.
You've thrown me a curveball there. What's my favourite Pixar film?
Sure.
I think, some of my top ones that I think are underrated. Can I give some underrated ones?
Yeah, go for it.
I think Soul, a lot of people missed that one. And it was one of those films, I watched half of it, I was like, eh. Then I started watching it again, watched it fully, got to the sort of third act Pixar bit, and I was like, God, this is profound. It's all about, like, the purpose of life. It's kind of similar in Inside Out in the way that it animates death and things like that.
Yeah.
Like it takes these really abstract topics and makes it beautiful. So I think Soul is overlooked. I think Luca's lovely. Maybe not the deepest Pixar film, but I think the animation for that feels different and it's so summery. This is the perfect month to go and watch Luca if you haven't already. Great soundtrack as well.
You loved Elemental as well, didn't you? You really
Elemental, yeah, I rated that. Again, like it interests me when I see people like walk out of that screening when we did the secret screening and people are like, oh, it's Pixar, it's not for me. But I really think like there's a Pixar film out there for everyone. It's just a case of whether or not you've seen it.
For sure.
Because they've got such a wide breadth of stuff. Like my hot take is that I Toy Story's fine. I'm not hugely in on it.
Same, to be honest. I'm not a huge Toy Story. Like, did you ever catch Lightyear?
Yeah, saw like I didn't think much of it at all. I thought it was really bland. Yeah, it was boring. It was boring. I don't know how they managed to cock that up so bad. Yeah.
Incredibles.
Incredible. Oh yeah. So
Incredibles. Yeah. Oh, dude.
The first Incredibles is brilliant.
Second one's fine.
Yeah.
Interesting because it's the one, in my opinion, that's the one Pixar film that lends itself to having sequels. It's superheroes. You can do anything. But weird that it's
well, it's worth saying in America, I think the box office opening was second only to Incredibles 2.
Really? Okay.
So it shows that the demand was there for Incredibles, but I think if Incredibles 3 came out, people would need to see reviews first to be persuaded to come back.
Ratatouille, Finding Nemo, Coco.
Do you know, Coco's brilliant. I forget about Finding Nemo sometimes, but that came out the year I was born. I love Finding Nemo. I think that's got to be up there. Finding Nemo, WALL-E, Ratatouille. I would add Inside Out to that now. Those four just off the top of my head. I think Finding Dory I will defend. I think that's a great film. I know Ellen DeGeneres is a bit divisive now, but I saw that at a time when I was like, I really obsessed over the Ellen DeGeneres show for about a couple of years. Like I loved watching clips of it, and I would tune in on like ITV2 when they'd show the episodes, but it'd be like a week later
in the daytime, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, just a really odd release thing. But I loved that show. Like it was such a bright, positive show with that Pink song as the theme song. It was really nostalgic. Yeah. But I remember her doing all the promo for that film, and I didn't catch it in the cinema. I caught it, I think.
Fish pun intended.
In fact, yeah, right. I saw it in 2020 actually. It was when I did my watch through of it, and it blew me away. It really, because that's about like anxiety and stuff. Because that film ends with a panic attack and stuff. And I think whenever Pixar does that really raw, it kind of catches you off guard because an animated film shouldn't typically go into those sort of topics. But I think it's really bold when they do it. But Inside Out 2, I've probably already given too much. But you've got anxiety as the main character. You can guess what's going to happen at the end.
I think they've advertised that anyway.
I think I thought it was really good. Because it really, like, when I was watching it, it's so human, and there's a bit where like all the emotions come together, obviously at the end of the film, and it's so adorable. It's so sweet.
You've made me want to go watch it, Adam. I was pretty like, I'll catch it in a week or two, but I'm like, no, I want to go see it now.
Yeah, man. Honestly, go see it. I mean, be wary about what time you see it, just to avoid some of the crowds, but. At the same time, it's great that it is getting such a big audience. Again, probably one of the busiest screenings I've been in this year, potentially. I think only June Part 2 was busier.
Now we're heading over to Kane's Corner. How you doing, Michael?
Hello, Alfie. How are you doing?
You sound back on form this week.
Thank you. I'm not doing too badly.
Enjoying
I saw that wonderful Inside Out 2 film.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was your favourite character?
My favourite character was Anger.
Oh, really?
I really relate to that character. Really relate to it. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
That's the name of your book, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
That you're going to give us a nice little chapter of now.
Absolutely. Great segue. I can see you do podcasting for a living.
Last week you said about how you can open your book at any page.
And it'll be profound.
It'll be profound. Do you want to do that example for us this week?
Absolutely. This one.
There we go.
First published in Great Britain in 2018 by Hodder and Stoughton. An Atchett UK company. 11. Copyright Michael Caine, 2018. That's me, that is.
I just assume like it. Yeah.
The right of Michael Caine to be identified as the author of the work has been asserted by him in accordance with the Copyright Designs and Patents Act, 1918. All rights reserved. No part of this publication may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means without the prior written permission of the publisher.
Yikes. Do we have your permission?
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it, mate.
Answer that question from before the podcast.
Nor be otherwise circulated in any form or binding or cover other than that in which it is published, and without a similar condition being imposed on the subsequent purchaser. A KIP catalogue record for this title is available from the British Library. Hardback ISBN 9781 473 6893005. Trade paperback ISBN 9781473 68931-2. Ebook ISBN 9781473 Typist in Celeste 11.75/16.75 points by Palimpest Book Production Limited, Falkirk, Stirlingshire. Printed and bound in Great Britain by Clays Limited, Elcograph, S.P.A. Hodder and Stoughton Limited, Carmelite House, 50 Victoria Embankment, London. Postcode EC4Y ODZ. www.hodder.co.uk.
Thank you for that, Michael. Profound as always.
Thank you.
From
That's
London.
actually my favourite page so far. And I'll tell you why. Because I didn't need to read it. That was the publishers that wrote that. I didn't even need to bloody write it. And they called it a mine. A mine.
Mine. Potatoes.
Boil and mash them, stick them in a stew.
Stupid fat hobbitses. No, the fat one knows it. I sees it in his eyes.
Gandalf! No! They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
To Isengard.
I never get why he goes, Legolas, what do your elf eyes see? What does that even... Why do you say elf eyes?
I think because
also,
elves see further than...
he has Irish accent in some bits and not in others. When he goes to the Black
sometimes
Gate...
a Scottish accent, I
Yeah,
think.
when he goes to the Black Gate, he goes like, "Will the Lord of Mordor come forward?" And it's like, what? What are you talking about?
Who are you talking...
Let fucking Aragorn.
Oh, Aragorn. Oh, yes, sorry.
He rides up to
yes,
the gate.
sure.
He goes like, "Will the Lord of Mordor come forward?" It's like,
Yeah,
what are you on about?
Is Viggo Irish?
No, he's like American, I think.
No. Or is he
is
like
not
Swedish
British
or something?
Yeah, some kind of more with a name like Vigo.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he's like, "Look at us. What do your elf eyes see?"
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
Saruman the Wise.
Gandalf the Grey. Gandalf the
Grey.
Fool. Burn! Oh!
Yeah. I forgot about that bit. Oh, man.
Gandalf the Grey. Gandalf the Fool. Like, nice one, Saruman.
Got him there.
What about second breakfast?
So we're going to talk about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, anyway, after that little...
As we say, we'll reiterate, we saw the extended editions, for me, for the first time seeing the extended editions, in the cinema, in the recliners, so we were in the film, arguably too close to the screen.
Yeah, I think Two Towers was the best one, is in positioning-wise.
Yes, yeah.
And
yeah.
Fellowship, we were too close to the screen.
Fellowship, I really had a headache, and
Yeah.
my head was craned like that. Considering that was the shortest one as well.
Yeah, we were the room we were in for Fellowship was way too close to the screen, but Two Towers was perfect,
Yeah.
and Return of the King was fine.
Yeah.
That bears no will on our opinions of the films, though.
No. I think, so going into this, we said Two Towers was our favourite.
Yeah.
Do you still think so?
I think it is an impossible question.
Yeah.
Because I think
Yeah.
these films are insane.
They've both, I mean, I was going to say they have pros and cons, but no, they just have different pros in different places.
Fellowship is my least favourite.
See, I was thinking that might be my favourite.
Yeah, how
If I
mad.
had to pick. But yeah, yeah.
Let's go for Fellowship. Let's
Okay.
just do some brief opinions. We won't rattle on for too long. Everyone's seen this trilogy. What a phenomenal trilogy.
Mm.
It is for sure one of the best trilogies ever.
Yep.
I think as a whole, it is better than Star Wars. Like,
Yep.
the trilogy wise. I think it is
agree.
probably the best trilogy of films ever. Yeah, I think it's phenomenal. Like,
Yeah.
the world building in 12 hours is insane. Like we saw the extended editions as well, like we said, which
I think it's the only way to watch it
you
now.
cannot watch theatrical. In Return of the King, they literally cut out the death of Saruman. Apparently, Christopher Lee was fuming about that.
I'd seen obviously the clip of that on YouTube, but not for like
yeah.
a good couple years. And seeing that on the cinema, the way he tumbles, just the wind and like,
Just
it's so good. Do you remember my? I went like,
Oh, you did the same when Denethor ran off the top of Minas Tirith on
Yes.
fire. You went
Yeah.
like,
I didn't even know that happened. Yeah, that was so stupid. I couldn't believe it.
it was so
I don't think I knew that was a thing. And
And Gandalf's just like,
on
and
fire.
there goes Denethor, son of Ixelion. And he just
see him
falls
running,
off.
and then just jumps. And, I'm
And it just
what?
and then it like pans out and goes back down to the battle. It's so cool.
Mental.
Sick.
What I will say about this is again we've already got off topic. but
Yeah,
Return
let's
of the
just talk
King-
about it. Go
Return
on.
of the King. Someone must have told Peter Jackson. I think after Two Towers, you know when Gandalf and the Balrog's falling. I'm jumping around here, but stay with me. They're falling, and you have that wide shot of them just about to hit the water.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Get that on my wall.
Yeah, that is a
Cover our
poster. Oh, I'd love that as a poster. yeah.
God, yeah, that'd be lovely. Sorry, again,
Like
another
framed,
tangent.
framed
here, but
picture of that shot.
yeah, that for Two Towers. Have maybe a Minas Tirith picture.
Yeah,
for the Return of
Denethor
the King.
falling off Minas
Yeah.
Tirith.
And then the Fellowship, you could have maybe creepy but sexy Galadriel.
Galad, yeah. Oh, I'll be a queen. Queen. Adam got scared at that bit. He
I
put his
did.
head down.
Oh yeah, I did. Same with well, you went to the toilet tactically when Bilbo went like, "I'd love to see my ring."
I was gutted I missed that. I forgot that takes place then.
I thought you were gonna sneak off.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was scared.
No, I was gutted I missed that because then I came. When did I realise that? When I sat down and they're going through Moria and Gandalf goes like, Bilbo. Oh, they go like, Bilbo's given Frodo his mithril vest. I was like, I didn't see that scene. It's like, I was at the toilet. Like, I was like, I missed that one scene where he goes,
Yeah. I will say, again, I ducked my head for that, just for the jump scare. But I forget how that's one of my favourite scenes in the whole trilogy. Just that little moment where you can go from like being afraid of Bilbo, even though he's endearing as heck, and then the bit where he starts breaking down and be like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
mean for any of this to come to you."
crying.
And it is the sweetest thing. Like that made me tear up when I watched it. I was like, God, I got chills when he started, and then like Frodo just puts his hand on his shoulder. It's so beautiful. This was like
so
2
good.
minutes. Some phenomenal acting. But anyway, sorry, back to the point I was making. Someone must have told Peter Jackson that falling shot looked really sick because in Return of the King, there's like 6 people
Yeah.
that fall off a height.
yeah.
Like, there's
there
the
is.
guys that get yeeted off, like one of the elephants. There's another bit where they're fighting and someone gets like, I can't remember what fight scene it is, but someone gets lobbed off and like a lot alongside.
Yeah.
There's someone else that gets chucked and they hit like 6 things on the way down.
I think it's the it's when the like the Nazgul picks up the Gondor
Yes, that's
men.
it. Yeah,
and
yeah.
It throws them and it
Yeah.
sticks with them the
Yeah.
entire time.
I was
And
like,
then they hit the
please.
roofs and
Yes,
the
that's
floor.
it. Yeah. I was like, please show them hit the ground because
And
any other
damn,
film
it
would have cut
did.
away, but
No.
literally it just has a long shot and you see
It's like
them.
a good 10 seconds,
Yeah.
if not longer, of them just falling and hit a roof, hit a concrete
Yeah, it's
floor.
so,
hit
and
a
then they
roof.
like hit and rebound. Oh, it's
It's so
sick,
good.
man. It's so good.
Is there any standout moments from the 3 films that were good to see on the big screen? Because first thing that comes to my mind is, Gandalf falling down and facing off of the Balrog in Two Towers. I think that on the big screen was so cool when you see him like streamline himself and then grab his sword.
Yeah.
That was sick.
It's
that
really
was so good.
What other scenes, particularly on the big screen, you mean?
Yes, yeah, specifically,
Arriving at Rivendell,
yeah.
turning around the corner there and just seeing it in the distance, that was really cool. And seeing the big old statues as well.
I'd say when they leave Rivendell and they go over that hill and one by one each character goes over and the Fellowship soundtrack kicks in and
Yes.
it's like and they're coming over one by one. You get like a
And the whole again, I'd only seen the 2 towers in the cinema previously, but the whole bit with Rohirrim and like at the start of 2 towers when you've got Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli, just 3
Yes.
blokes
just running,
running like they're
the,
like
the
we're tracking
panning
them.
shots.
It's
Gimli's
so cool.
always trailing behind. Yeah.
And then it like the music of when it pans around that the village that's on the hill. What a wonderful location! I forgot how prevalent because I sort of thought again playing the Lego games, I didn't realize how big that town is. And,
You're in it.
How prevalent it is.
So much of that film.
Return of the King too. Like,
Yeah.
it's a great location.
Minas Tirith is great on the big screens. That
Yeah.
whole film is a battle. It's insane. The whole
Yeah.
film is the battle, basically. Like,
It's insane. Yeah.
it's also wild that after they defeat them at Pelennor Fields at Minas Tirith, there's still an hour of the film left. Like,
Yeah.
these films are colossal. Like,
I
you have
thought-
to watch extended, but they are crazy long.
Yeah. To get onto just a couple small negatives that I had, I thought Return of the King, again, I hadn't even seen this at all.
Yeah, we didn't even say that. This was Adam's first time watching Return of the King.
So I had heard that it was a lot of people's favourites. I think it's the highest rated one.
Yeah, it won like 13 Oscars. Yeah.
Yeah, which is insane. Very well deserved. I don't know why, but I felt slightly underwhelmed by it. I think.
Really?
Just a tiny bit. It was still great, but I'm like, I was expecting this to be a 10 out of 10, probably an 8.5 out of 10.
Which is still
Which
phenomenal.
is still great. But yeah, I don't know why. I think maybe because I knew where it was going. Like, I'd seen all the clips of like the tower falling and the ring.
Yeah,
on
you
fire
did.
and stuff.
You knew everything, but hadn't seen it. So potentially,
I will say I hadn't seen, and I'd seen Legolas taking down like the Oliphant, but I didn't know, or I hadn't seen. I don't think any of the clips of Minas Tirith. So that whole fight there,
That's cool then, because
hadn't
that's a
seen.
great scene. Seeing
Yeah.
them like catapult the heads over, catapult the rock.
yeah, it's
The
great.
whole bit with Ewan where she goes, when he's like, "No man can kill me."
Yeah.
I'm no man. Oh, that was sick on the
Great.
big screen. Yeah, that's how you do like
I love her
feminism in
uncle as
power,
well.
right? Like that is a sick, cool moment.
Yeah,
like.
King Theoden's great.
Yeah. He died only recently, didn't he, Bernard Hill?
Yeah,
Very
you're
recently
right.
he passed away, but when he does the speech before they march
Mm.
into the Pelennor Fields, and he like bangs on their
Yes.
pikes with his sword.
Brilliant. And he's good in the Two Towers as well.
Yeah.
He's great. Yeah. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. Another flaw though I did have, and I remember messaging you about it, is the sense of scale I somewhat lose.
I agree with this fully.
And it doesn't really take away from the film unless you're like me. And it did a little bit. So when people are like saying, like they're kind of throwing out these numbers of the amount of people that are in these battles, right? But I can't really get a scale of what Middle Earth is. And I'm sure if you read the books, you get a better gauge of this. But I don't know what it's meant to be. Because they say it like it's a world, but it's quite small. Like,
But
because
it
they managed to
also-
do this whole
yeah.
quest in a year.
Yeah, it's 9 months, isn't it? 9 months to the day.
13 months, I think.
Is that
yeah.
right? Yeah, okay.
But
Well,
if it,
like Gandalf is like, it's a 3-day ride to Minas Tirith, and they are there instantly, pretty
Yeah.
much. And the sense of like setting those beacons
Hmm.
on fire, that is a really like baffling way of like doing. Oh my god, how big is this place? But
That's cool, but I'm like, well, there weren't that many people in any of the battles.
yeah,
And it doesn't, like, it's very sparse. This
I'd say
population.
Rohan is the big problem, because you go to Rohan and Carl Urban's got about 100 riders.
Yeah. And then at
And
the end,
then
it's
at
like
the
a whole
end,
field is
There's
full.
6,000 of them.
Yeah, where
He's
were
like,
they?
how many riders showed up? He's like, oh, 6,000. And then in the shot, it looks like more than 6,000. It looks like 100,000.
Yeah.
And then I totally agree with this, with like all the orcs. Like the amount of orcs in Return of the King is insane.
Mm.
How did...
And they're all useless. as
Yeah,
well. They're
like-
all useless.
And then, yeah, that is
scale is-
my big...
The scale does throw me off, but I really need to tell my brain to be like, right, just don't.
Yeah, it's a
just
film.
watch the film. Just enjoy the fights.
You have it with Legolas and Gimli as well, and he's like, me on the other hand, 43. How did he only
Yeah.
kill 43 when he got to 20 in the first scene?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's always bothered me. He's like 42,
I find
43.
I find it a bit stressful to watch. I know it is just a film, but I spent all 3 films. I don't know if you're doing this as well, but I'm always thinking, would I have survived that?
Yeah, I do that.
I'm dead every
Yeah.
fight scene. Like they get through so many close scathes. Like I don't know how they do it, but
Phenomenal films.
Yeah.
So good. I sent you a tweet, which always makes you laugh. But there's that scene where he goes, "My lord, there's not enough trees to burn the fires." He's like, "There's not. I want them armed within a week." He's like, "There's not enough armor." And then there's a tweet that says, "My orc rep union is my orc union rep is my favorite," because he's like watching out for the workers.
What's the name of the forest?
Fangorn.
Yeah. Fangorn Forest lays on our
On our doorstep.
Burn it.
And he goes,
Yeah.
he's like,
oh, yeah, good idea.
he goes from being like, there's not enough men to fuel the fire, like being a proper little bro works for the Orc Union, and like,
It's great. Merry and Pippin are brilliant, aren't they?
yeah. I forgot, I didn't realise how much of a comic relief Gimli is either.
Yeah.
Everything he says is comic relief.
Yeah, not being funny, I think Merry and Pippin do more than he does.
Yeah, genuinely. At least they get
People overlook
treated
that.
to Orthanc or whatever,
Yeah.
Isengard. Yeah,
Yeah.
great films. Do you know how the book ends?
No.
So spoilers for the book that was released in 1970. Saruman doesn't die, and they go back to the Shire, and the Shire's being burnt, and they're all enslaved. So know that flash forward that Frodo has in Fellowship.
Yeah.
That actually happens in the book.
Oh wow, okay.
And Grima and Saruman have enslaved the Shire when they arrive home.
Great.
After all that. That is how the book ends.
Well, they don't sort that out.
I don't know how any further. I presume they sort it out. Don't know how. But yeah,
God.
the scouring of the Shire is like the final chapter in the book.
Did you see with Grima as well? I forgot what a little weird boy.
Yeah.
He is. And when Gandalf's like, keep
Yeah.
your fork down by your teeth.
And Saruman's like, you smell of horse. Like, all right.
Oh, it's great. But there's the clip where someone's edited out the bit where Grima's like, there isn't an army big enough. And so
Yeah, you said it.
and then they just cut out
cut out, he goes,
cut out
tens
everyone.
of thousands, and they walk out the door and there's no one there.
And then Saruman continues his speech about how powerful the army is. And Grima behind him's like, It's so good.
It is the most memed film.
They added like
ever.
wind sound effects. It's just quiet as fuck. Like, oh,
It's
man.
so memed, isn't it? Every single time something happens on screen, you're like, that's a meme. That's a meme. That's a meme.
I know our recording's getting long, but let me find this video from the Lego game. This is the other. For me, this is more iconic than the Isengard one. Let me try and find it. It's called the Lego Lord of the Rings Disco File song. Here we go. There's a 2-minute video on YouTube. Let's hear that. Oh, there's a Google advert. Hang on.
Oh, bro doesn't pay for YouTube Premium.
No, I forget you got YouTube Premium.
Yeah, right.
Subtle flex. They get it in the podcast.
Little tip here, guys.
Right, here we go. It gets good. It's mental.
What scene is this in the Lego game?
We ride for Gondor.
At war.
Master the Rohirrim. We ride for Gondor. Spears shall be shaken. Shields shall be splintered.
Oh my god, this is sick!
For God's sake. Spears shall be shaken. Shields shall be splintered. Lie down.
Why is this actually good?
You shall not pass. It's great.
Wow. I've never even heard of that. The only one I've ever seen is the Taking the Hobbits to Isengard.
It's brilliant. Top comment. One does not simply only listen to this once. We weren't talking about that bit.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, dear me. One line that always makes me laugh, that I said it earlier, but the and they called it a mine. A mine.
And then he goes, this is no mine. This is a tomb. And he just goes, "Ah!" Like, all right. Bro,
So dramatic.
they didn't open the door for you. Surely you knew they were dead. Like,
Yeah, dear
my
me.
cousin Balin would give us a great welcome. Well,
A kingly welcome.
Like, all right, mate.
Dear me.
You see the bit where there was an interview of John Rhys Davies on a podcast, which is wild. And
Sorry.
it's just like a YouTuber podcast.
Yeah, go carry on.
And the bit where Legolas grabs his beard was actually like he was falling, and Orlando Bloom grabbed the beard, and him going, "Not the beard," is like a
Really?
genuine thing, and they kept it in the film.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Oh, the other. Sorry, again, back to
Memes.
yeah, back to the memes when he's like, "Would you like me to get you a box?"
Yeah. Did you see? Pretty much the whole cast was at Liverpool Comic Con.
Well,
They had Merry Pippin, Frodo, Sam, and Orlando Bloom was there as well. So.
will you wear wigs?
Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? How is this film so memed? What the hell?
Should we look up? Sorry, it's a long episode this one, but it's worth it. Lord of the Rings. Should we look up some fun production facts?
Ooh.
For example, in the Two Towers, when Aragorn kicks the helmet and screams, that was a genuine reaction because he broke his toe.
His toe. No, when Gandalf
And he goes like,
drops to his knees. And then there's the bit where Gandalf hits his head on the chandelier. That was in the thing. But then he turns around and hits his head on the wooden beam. That was a mistake.
So good.
That's a genuine reaction. And you can see on his face in that scene because he looks so fucking pissed off. There is plenty of moments on the big screen that you can see they are different actors. There's the scene where Faramir is taken to the top of Minas Tirith and Denethor walks out and starts crying that his son's dead, and you see the double of Pippin run to Faramir's body, and it's clearly just a small man in a mask. There's some really shoddy shots. Like every time you see Legolas and Gimli on a horse, Gimli's obviously on the back, and it's clearly just like a mannequin bobbing along.
Yeah.
There are some really weird shots.
Having said it, like as goofy as it is, I really was surprised by how moved I was by the whole ending scene at the end of Return of the King. Yeah, like when Frodo and Bilbo sails off with Gandalf and stuff, I got chills. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I think Merry, the actor who plays Merry, really sells at this crying. He's got a great
Dominic Monaghan. Yeah,
he's got a
great.
lovable face. He's very sad. Should we end it with favourite characters and least favourite characters?
Yeah, that's a nice one. Go on, go for it.
Growing up, loved Legolas. I will admit he's a little bit bland.
He's a bit sidelined as well, I find,
Yeah.
especially in Return of the King.
Same with Gimli, to be fair.
Mm.
But
I'd love their little partnership.
yeah, they are fun.
They're great. When he's like, I never thought I'd die side by side fighting with an elf. And he's like, how about a friend?
Yeah.
I can do that. It's
Yeah.
great. It's great. Man.
I thought Sam's great. Sam is really great.
I think he's a bit underrated, if I'm honest. Like, he's sort of
he's the MVP.
the MVP, yeah, genuinely. Like, Gollum would have the ring otherwise, so...
Frodo does a lot of screaming, so I feel bad ranking him too high
He
because
talks really slowly.
Yeah.
I know he said this. I don't know if it's done on purpose.
we got to do a whole bit on this.
What?
Frodo wouldn't have got very far without Sam.
All right, you sarcastic little bastard.
Yeah. Someone had their sarcasm.
I wonder if they'd
over-
tell stories of us, Mr. Frodo. I wouldn't have got very far without Sam, would he?
No, I don't. I'm not joking, Mr. Frodo.
Yeah,
I'm not
like-
joking.
He always just... At the end as well, when they all walk in the room in Rivendell, and he doesn't say Legolas's name.
Yeah,
he just
Legolas
looks
is
at
just
him.
blandly like.
There's that clip
Smiling.
on There's a clip on YouTube. Actually, let me find it. I know this is ranting, my God, but
No, go for it. It's the Lord of the Rings. We've got to.
there we go. This is a supercut of the whole of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but only when Legolas talks to Frodo. It's the whole trilogy, but only these moments.
Great music.
And you have my bow.
That's it. That is the one thing Legolas says to Frodo in the entire
bow.
entire 3 films.
That's great stuff.
Gandalf.
My favourite character might have to be Gandalf, I
I
think.
think so. I think Ian McKellen is phenomenal.
Although King Theoden,
Yeah,
Really
right.
sick.
He sort of.
he's up there. People don't talk about him.
Yeah, he's great. It's such a good film.
Mm.
I will say, in the extended edition,
Mm.
the what's Legolas, Aragorn's wife? Sorry, is it
Eowyn?
No, isn't that
No.
from
Oh,
Theoden?
gosh, yeah.
Arwen. There we go.
God, same name,
Yeah.
same
It's
person.
like House of the Dragon. It's exactly the same. Arwen's storyline does drag a little. That's the
Yeah, I
only
don't know what's
thing
going
in
on
it.
there.
That was the toilet breaks for me in the extended cut.
Yeah.
Um,
I thought she died like 3 times.
yeah, it's a little confusing as well. Yeah, I think it's like she obviously is, her fate is connected to the ring. So as the
Right.
ring gets closer to the badness, she starts to die.
Right.
But yeah, slightly tedious. I will say that was when I went to the toilet in all 3 films.
Mhm.
But damn, my bro, what a trilogy!
Yeah. It really did. It wiped out my week. I'll say that.
Or 12 hours
Probably,
we were
yeah.
there, without the trailers at the beginning as
Yeah.
well.
It's difficult films to watch and then go back to your real life.
Yeah.
Well,
Here I am.
just existing, I guess. I've
Yeah.
got no magical ring that I've got to put in a volcano. You know what I mean?
Yeah, could do with one though. I'd love to.
This is a fun game. We'll end with this then. How far do you reckon we would have got
Oh, love that.
without the plot armor?
I would have been. No, I could have made it to a Bree where they get to the hotel.
Debris.
To the hotel.
I thought you were going to save to Mordor or something. Like
I'd get past the.
I could have made it to the
Nazgul-
pub.
I'd make it past the Nazgul on horses through the fields.
Those would have freaked me out
But-
from day one.
We've got bigger legs than hobbits as well, so we'd be able to
Yeah,
run
that's true.
faster.
But would we find it difficult to hide?
Maybe that's an interesting one.
I probably would have made it to.
Where did they go after Bree? Legolas takes them to Rivendell.
Well, via the
Oh, Weathertop. Oh,
via
I'd have died at Weathertop.
Weathertop, I'm
Yeah.
dead. Yeah,
Yeah, for no chance.
terrifying location.
Although I wouldn't have cooked a fry up in the middle of the night.
yeah. I would have cooked
How
a roast.
good? Potatoes.
The food looks great. I'll say that.
He loves it raw.
We didn't even speak about Gollum.
Yeah.
Gollum, like we both said, here comes peak cinema when he came on
Yeah.
screen. Actually, no, he's a dick. I don't like him at all.
Second film, he is so good. He does this really weird thing in the third film where I think he sounds different and he says different stuff. He keeps going in the third film, my love. He didn't say my love at all
He's a
in the
bit
second
camp- yeah, he's a
film.
bit camp in the third
He's a
film,
bit
isn't
odd in the third one.
he?
But, no, phenomenal. Like,
Yeah.
if you
I will
need to
say
watch the behind the scenes. if
Only
you-
downside to extended edition is, like you say, the end of Two Towers and the beginning of Return of the King. There's a bit of overlap with the dialogue there, because I think twice Gollum decides to kill them.
Yeah.
and you sort of have the same conversation.
Same
twice.
conversation, yeah.
But yeah,
That's really interesting.
minor
yeah.
gripe. But yeah, great films, great little bits. I think I probably would have made it to.
The Green
I
Dragon pub
wouldn't-
in the Shire.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got.
I
Yeah,
haven't got out of the Shire.
I would have made it to Bilbo's birthday. I think
Hadn't
when,
had too many beers.
would have fallen in the river when Merry and Pippin set off that firework. I would have jumped on it.
Yeah. Yeah, Weathertop, maybe that's it. How good does the fry-up look that they're making in Weathertop? And they do a really close-up of it as well when Sam's cooking sausages. And I was sat there like, oh, they look good.
Especially because we didn't eat or drink too much
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah, we had some Sour Patch Kids and some Tangfastics.
Yeah.
And
We got pizza.
and a coffee.
Pizza was great.
Yeah, Adam got pizza.
Got me craving an Odeon pizza now.
God.
We got for a spoons trip. Go and get pizza.
Yeah, go get. We did have spoons before it for the third one. But,
Lovely.
right, we've rambled too much.
There we go. Lord of the Rings had it here first. It's pretty good.
Yeah, first people to ever say that. What a
Yeah.
controversial opinion.
It's all right. There we go. Thank you very much for listening to Moving Up Podcast. If you want to get in touch, you can do so. You can email us via movinguppod@gmail.com. You can go on Instagram, find us, Moving Up Pod. Or TikTok, Moving On Up.
There we go.
There we go. First
That's
time.
the first time in 21 episodes. Good work, my dude. Good work.
I've really turned over a new leaf.
Yeah, there we go. We've got some TikToks on there. We would love some feedback, so chuck us some messages, some likes, some emails. Give us some questions. We always love some questions to talk about. Other than that, the future of the podcast next week is a little uncertain because Adam's booked a last-minute holiday to Spain. So we'll see, but potentially an episode next week.
It'd be quite fun. I'd like to zoom in. I think that'd be fun.
Zoom in from
Catch a private flight back.
Marbella. Yeah, lovely.
Sorry, guys. I've got a podcast to do. I'll be back.
But other than that, for now, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye.